Yeah.
Stuff I can answer without access, and I didn't have access. But now I'm at LC, like the rest of the people, I just have to wait for my access. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta wait for the access.
What's your name?
Matt?
Matt. Nice to meet you, Matt. We'll be talking more, right, Sandra?
Yo, I'm here to see Lorena.
What's your name?
RALSTON.
RALSTON?
Sandra got mad at me. Ridgecrest. Sandra. Where's the truck? 56894.
Are you going to the meeting or did you?
I already went.
Is that
That's,
your roll right here in the middle?
that's the first thing I told you.
I know, it's just.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Thank you.
You good to help?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
There you go. Just stand out for a sec. Yeah. Keep your phone on your head. Does your phone standing up?
Oh, I got a clip.
Do you have access? Not yet. Why would you? Can you tell me that?
I gotta show him.
What you say the meeting was? What, you know what the pool table is? The pool table. That's where the meeting was yesterday. Maybe they moved it. Matter of fact, I saw him walking right now. The senior guy.
Going over there, it's all dark.
What time is it start? 2? What time is it?
5:30.
Oh.
Oh, that's what, so yeah, this is- all right, thanks.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Who left?
Good. Your?
Huh?
Your?
Yeah, why do you?
No, I'm just.
Don't
Just
think.
saying.
Hey.
It sounded like a problem. How are you today?
Yo,
Mine. Nah, it's not mine. No. Alejandra.
Hey, are you watching?
You know.
You're low.
No.
Oh, you want me to check?
You said, yeah? You went up there?
yeah, I went up there already.
You already went?
Yeah, I went up there already.
Oh, okay.
It is 6129.
I don't work. Going what?
29.
Yeah, it's ready.
It's ready? Thank you. You ready to work?
Huh?
You ready to work?
Yeah.
You ready to work?
Yeah.
Dile en español.
So you make sure that you're ready. Make sure you're not like, you're inside of it. that call, you go back on the list number. This is right here, basically the same thing. So right here, you can tell that the booth is a red departure and the driver.
Okay.
Flat tire. So, I mean,
Oh, you know why? Because I erased it back actually.
so basically if you look it down, so you gotta actually just, it's there. Check that box.
A mí es que no te contestan, pues, que me hace la pena con el tipo, pues como me botan del trabajo, pero a ver si me dejan anotar con mi mapa.
15 minutes out, yeah.
Ya, estoy bien, estoy esperando a ver que me acuerdo. Hello, mami. Mira, tengo sangre, mira. Se da pelear con el compañero y le exploté la nariz y la boca. Me cansé. Solo dije a él que no jugara con mis habichuelas. ¿Qué? ¿Qué dice, mami? Estoy en California esperando con mi nuevo compañero. Me votaron, pero yo llamé a Lima Victoria. Ellos dijeron que no me pueden votar así porque sí.
Yeah, 12 hours from now.
Me dijeron
Tomorrow, 6 is available time.
que me dijeron que me bajara del camino. Yo no les dije nada.
Yeah, no, but they're gonna call
Le digo,
you.
déjame dormir tranquilo.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Entonces, bye.
Que tampoco me escucho. Llevo días tratando de explicárselo a ella, pero ella me cuelga el teléfono, me deja hablando solo. Pues ella dijo a la jefa, ¿tú sabes qué? Cágate en tu madre, mamá me dicho, se lo dije en inglés.
22994.
¿Y sabes qué? Cágate en tu madre otra vez a la gran puta, para que siga. Porque te lo llevo diciendo, déjame tranquilo tú también, tan puta. Porque te lo dije. Estoy tratando de hablar como un humano, pero tú no me hablas como un humano, me estás faltando el respeto, me estás colgando el teléfono. Ah, que bla, yo voy a foto. Cogí, brinqué del camión y le entraba un tipo que le rompí la boca y la nariz. Y él me rompió la nariz, que diga la oreja. Por él fue la culpa.
You said, right?
Yeah.
What's the unit number?
22994.
Le diga más que cuando yo estoy tratando de llorar. No llores, usted es un hombre, usted tiene un sitio bola. Yo voy a estar con el cabrón. Es un hombre. Usted lo manda a no respetar, ¿no?
Right now? Just today. Today.
Es que no, pero ¿cómo me van a por culpa de él?
There you go.
Also, I got one more thing.
Yeah.
About a week or 2 weeks ago, there was a fault in this, and there was a big fucking off for the truck, and new registration or something? No,
If you need like your permits to be printed or updated and stuff, you have to call that number right here. And they'll send it over to the printer and I can get it to you.
I'm not worried about filling right away.
What's your?
Todo el mundo, dile, ya me, es que mami, tuve tolerancia, llevo casi 5 días así, no lo he visto, no llevo 5 días. Ya me sentaba en la bañera a llorar porque no puedo aguantar, pero no me estaba mañana, no me escuchaba. Llamaba a la compañía, no me escuchaba, no me escuchaba, no me tocaba el teléfono.
Oh, I know you're listening.
¿De qué manera me van a escuchar? Me vinieron a escuchar porque las cosas que me dijo que tengo que parar de
So the way you go this.
7 a 8 horas.
Right here, you can tell if you have a second loader, right? So it's gonna be at a 7084 and around there. So you're gonna put it in here, you're gonna be right on there, all the stocks. And since he has a second loader here, and then stop.
Porque fue, discutí con la Ariel dijo que no quería, que yo no quería estar conmigo.
That's sending it
Soy
to
mal criado y como yo llamé a los más que yo llamaba a
So you're gonna go back here.
y se lo dije de donde estaba la policía. Ustedes me quieren votar, ustedes van a votar mucho más de dinero de lo que yo voy a hacer. Que busca esta compañía y está dispuesto a vivir más.
Second one is just for
Pero ya me votaron, por una situación que ni siquiera me dieron los votos. Le vamos a conseguir otra cosa y es pago. Porque tú no puedes perder tu trabajo por esas cosas. Nosotros vamos a hablar con ella porque ella no puede votar a nada así la gente aquí con aquí. Se supone que ella y ella, tú como tú llevas diciendo, tú llevas días llamando. Ella te está avisando las llamadas. Nosotros vamos a hablar bien seriamente con ella, porque se supone que ella no es así. Se supone que y arregla la situación como hombres y mujeres. Está bien. Ya, sí, mami, no se puede dejar que se deje nadie.
All right, that loads now unsplit.
So you say, and so would I go next? Yes. Okay, that's the same. Your first load, and your whole tin, but also, and then you have to go to, GCC.
What the heck is she doing? That, what's her name?
The second one is, Riverside Terrace.
What's the dog out?
2130.
Ralston,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, I mentioned you before.
we've met.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not about
Waiting for a check.
Okay, so I came in, got a report. You did your run. After you got done, it was out in Yuma, right?
Yuma.
Okay, so and just to let you know, for a lot of drivers, the Yumas are quick turnarounds. So what I got was you did your drop, and then you had like a little over 5 hours left. You had some 5+ hours left.
For a little time, yeah.
and we had talked about yesterday, you're like, hey, man, I wanna run, I wanna make my money, I wanna keep going. And with 5+ hours, you should have had the time to turn around.
You guys had me in here at 7 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Okay.
I left out of here at 2:30. I'm supposed to sleep. I
Okay,
mean, that's almost like what
Okay.
I've
So-
been driving until like 5 in the morning.
So here's another thing too, which we also talked about too. If you're not well rested, why are you accepting loads that you're not gonna be rested on?
Cause usually I could just go and then I could drive back the next day.
Okay. But that's not,
And that's what, like, if you look at my logs, all the way for the last 4 months, it's been exactly the same way. I drive out one, I drive back the next day,
so,
even if I have extra clock on my
so here's
clock.
another thing too, cause you talked about making money, right? If you would've turned that trip around, shut down here in the yard, you could have been right up back on another run.
I could be out right now and you guys are stopping me.
No, because.
Just like you guys have
because
been
you
doing the last 2
You
weeks.
burned that clock from Yuma to here now.
Well, I still got 10 hours on my clock almost. I got like
Okay.
9.5 hours on my clock.
So depending on where
I
we
usually
send,
could come in and get
depending on
another
where we
load.
send you, say we send you to NorCal, right? You got 10 hours, you're
You
gonna
cannot
burn.
send me to NorCal.
Exactly,
They usually send me someplace shorter.
but why can't we send you to NorCal? Because you burned a large part of your clock already.
I don't usually go to NorCal one way or the other, but usually, you know, I got 10 hours. I could call in, I could call somebody and they give me a shift, you know, with that
So you
amount
don't
of
do
time.
runs to like Fresno, Hanford, Sacramento and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do every once in a while,
Okay,
but usually, you know, my clock is, I got 7 hours on my clock. I got 8 hours on my clock when I get back. Or in this place, I got like 9.5 hours. They send me someplace shorter, 5 hours away or
I know,
something.
but we're talking about,
Just like the Yuma, like I went yesterday.
you're talking about making money, but yet you're not running your clock wisely. Like a condo driver should be running it. Like I was saying, that Yuma run, you could have turned it around real quick and
I
shut down
couldn't
here in
turn
the
it
yard.
around yesterday. You guys have me in here at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been driving till like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4
What'd
o'clock
you
in
do
the
after the
morning.
meeting yesterday?
That's like 3 hours, you know, almost
What'd you do
21
after
hours
the
drive
meeting yesterday?
up at the meeting.
After the meeting, you know, you said you were here at 7 o'clock. What'd you do after that
I had to come back at 11
for?
for the meeting because he wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
And then I got the load at about 2. I left at 2:30. I couldn't deliver the load until 9:30, and then, you know, I shut down at 11.
So then at 11 o'clock in the morning or at night?
Nine,
At night.
At night,
2300, yeah.
See, I'm just,
Okay, what, part of what we're getting at is you're off for 5 days and I guess you being here at 7, did we tell you to be here at 7 or is that just was a suggestion?
Listen, they told me to be here at 7:30.
Who did?
I showed up at 8 though.
Okay, who asked you to be
Monty.
here? Monty did, okay. See, the Yuma runs a turnaround run. I run that, and most of the time we run that turn with day caps and they come back. Eric's not here and so I can't speak for Eric, but probably the thought process was you go run that Yuma, you'll be here in the morning with a full clock and they'll be able to plan you for the day. But you've taken, by laying the 5 hours, or by laying the time left on your clock to get back here, you took our planning ability out of our hands. The condos aren't designed to do partials, okay? Do we utilize them for that? Absolutely. Do they help carry our day cabs when we have breakdowns or because of capacity we come up shorthanded? Absolutely. You know, we utilize them. Excuse me. And that supplements, that'll supplement your runs. But the concept of the condos is just what you said. They're gonna run out, pretty much exhaust their clock, making their deliveries, sleep, come back the next day, do their 10, and then be ready to go back out. You've taken that ability away from us by how you're managing your clock at this point, on this particular date. I'm not privy, whatever you tell me happened in that meeting is what happened in that meeting, but I'm pretty sure Monty spoke to you about clock management and.
I didn't do anything different. I go there, I drive back the next day, even if I have like this much time on my clock.
And your
And it's
5
been
days
like
off
that.
was for what purpose?
Because they had like the same issue right now. I was trying to get a load and they're telling me
You shut down at home, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I went home. It was 40 miles out the way and then I had like 8 hours off. So I went home for my
Was-
downtown.
Was it authorized for you to take the truck?
No, I
home?
wasn't authorized though.
Okay, and I'm sure he explained that to you.
Yes.
So we don't need to beat that horse up anymore.
Yeah.
So you grasp, I mean, you put yourself in a position to where we're kind of watching where you went and where you don't go, okay?
Mhm.
This was none of the people that you've been dealing with that brought up last night. That was a different crew that was on last night and,
I called in like I usually don't do. I usually just shut down,
Uh-huh.
but you know, we had talked yesterday, so I thought, you know,
at least call
you can
in,
call and say something. Yeah, I use my Qualcomm.
okay? All right, unless Chuck has anything more, I think we could wrap this up with we're gonna take the statements, it's gonna be reviewed, I'm gonna present everything that you said to Monty and Lorena. And, I think some consideration will have to be taken into the fact that he called you in the morning and then you ran and you shut down.
And there's nothing is
Because-
any different than I've done in any other load.
Well,
If I have like that
you-
extra time, I usually, sometimes I do drive back, sometimes I do shut down to
If
the
you
next
can drive
day.
back, you need to drive back.
I never had it like any other, it's been 4 months and it's been like that. Nobody's ever said one word to me until like right now.
Well, you've highlighted yourself with the Hanford incident, okay? By taking your truck home, and I don't even, I heard about it, again, I was off on that day, so I can't speak for it. I think that was like a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken.
I got back Friday morning,
So it was a Thursday night then,
Thursday.
yeah. And which you're handcuffing we planned the day cabs to keep, the solo condos to keep turning. We just gotta turn them, they're gonna be the distance runs. And you've taken your truck and yourself out of our fleet. Every time you stopped it, you don't have to, okay? If last night was simply, hey, I'm tired, and for safety reasons, I'm pulling over,
That's what happened.
there's, we can understand that. You understand what I'm saying? But when you look on a guy that's been off for 5 days and he runs out and he's tired, I'm sure when that email went out, they were unaware that you were here during the day for the meeting. Now, I don't know if you turned around and got sleep or didn't get sleep or what you did yesterday, okay? That, only you know that. But we'll collect this, we'll write this up, it'll be reviewed by Lorena and Monty, and we'll take it from there, but they're not gonna be able to review it till Monday.
So I can't drive until Monday
Till
again.
Monday, yes.
Oh, can you guys like also, can you just put me on another fleet? Cause this isn't working out. It's not working out for me at all. I can't
do
keep
you know
having you
the
guys stop
number?
the truck for any little thing that like, it's been like this for 4 months and then you guys start acting like something
I
is
can work on
wrong.
getting another number for
It's
recruiting.
Lisa.
I already
Lisa
called,
Butler.
already
Lisa Butler.
told somebody, already told like somebody undedicated, but
Mhm.
if you guys could escalate the issue, cause
Yeah,
this
that's
is
a
not
person.
working
The
out.
The
young
person-
lady's name is Lisa Butler. In fact, she should be in today, if you wanna reach out
That's
to her.
the dedicated lady, cause I called somebody
She-
yesterday.
She deals with dedicated fleets as well as national fleets and everything else in between.
Okay.
Yeah, she deals with placement.
I don't know if you guys can escalate it, but yeah, this isn't working out. I've been doing this for 4 months and then you guys keep saying there's something wrong with my logs or I'm doing things exactly the same way, other than the little Hanford incident. There's nothing been any different about my logs or anything.
So-
And then,
Right now, me and Walmart dedicated, we're in busy,
Shoot,
we're
alright.
we're in busy season
Hello?
with Walmart. Okay. Hello?
Chuck. Oh, that's somebody who got back in there. What happened?
Oh, yeah, I was just complaining to HR about what's taking place with these logs, and they said they'd be getting in contact with you guys.
Okay. Okay, so was there anything else you wanted from us or what you needed?
If I can't run, I guess I'm sitting.
Okay.
And also, like, I tried to say something about it last time. If I gotta sit like this, if I could request layover too,
Layover as in what?
when you don't have me running.
Well, right now, I mean, the question comes into, were you rested yesterday when you left? I mean,
I left at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
yeah, I mean, so how
I
did
didn't
you
shut
feel
down
when
until
you
like
left?
11 o'clock. I was
So you
fine.
felt comfortable to take the run, but not to complete the run, or?
I completed. I'm here now, but you know, I knew I was gonna have to, you know, possibly stop and you know sleep before I did come back.
By any chance?
And I
did you-
usually do that though. It's like it's a weird issue. It's making this weird.
Okay, by any
And if
chance
you
did-
look at my logs or all my runs, they're all almost the same. I do sometimes drive all the way back, but other times I drive out, even if it's like 5 or 6 hours. Like let's say I went to Vegas or to Bakersfield, I might stop, stay the night, and drive back the next day.
Did you mention to Eric that you didn't think you'd be able to turn it?
No, because I normally, if I didn't, I would stop and drive back the next day.
Okay.
And
So-
he knows
so-
that, and everybody knows that. And if you look at my logs or everything else, it's like
Okay.
that.
So is that how you wanna leave it then? Wait for the review, or what do you wanna do with it?
I'm like, it'd probably have to get reviewed by them, but in all honesty, I'm like, if he wasn't told to come at a certain time, I'm like, it's beyond me on that one, but he said he was fit to take on the load, he took on the load, he delivered. I'm like, when looking at it, I mean, you would think, okay, well, he didn't shut down in between, he took the load and he delivered, so that part was fulfilled. My thing is, my spiel, and just to let you know, cause I honestly, I hold no ill will towards you. I'm like, I don't know if you think I do or don't, but, just to let you know, we're going in our peak season now. And the planners are gonna be monitoring everybody, every condo driver, every day cab driver, to make sure that they're operating their hours of service to their full potential. The planners, especially condo planners, Eric and Jason, are gonna like insist that drivers who before may not have been operating the way they can to operate to their full potential, because we're in our peak season. We need these loads to get turned around a lot safely and faster than before.
I
So
understand that.
I'm like, you did the run, you completed it. I think that the nighttime shift, they were on that, in that mode, making sure everybody is turning their trips and coming back. The person who was tracking that night, last night, that saw how you were operating, I guess maybe when you called, you might have talked to a he or she, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I sent a Qualcomm. I
Oh,
usually
Qualcomm
don't
message,
do that.
yeah.
I usually just shut down. But we had a talk yesterday, so I did say something like, "Yo, I'm shutting down for the night," and
Yeah.
so they knew like what was going on.
So he communicated, he said to communicate.
So when's your tank gonna, if you, when you go off duty, when's your tank gonna be out?
At 10 right now.
You're off right now, you put yourself off.
No, he's
duty?
on duty right now.
I'm
you're
on
on
duty.
duty?
Yeah, I'm in the shop too.
Yeah.
Up and on duty.
Okay, so I would try to take myself off duty, especially if you wanna do a run tonight.
No,
Okay,
he's not gonna be able to do it right
I was
now.
trying to
I
do-
wouldn't advocate it.
okay,
I was
So
trying to
then-
do one like right now, but if
No.
I can't,
no, definitely not. Because like I said, like right now, the planners, they're running to utilize everybody's full clock. And since you started and you ran here, I'm like, your clock ran. So
tomorrow morning,
if they wanna
Well,
review,
just-
they
The
wanna,
morning to them would be 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's why I'm asking, what do you need for sufficient sleep?
like to drive tonight, or
No, nuts, to drive nuts.
can I call in like the normal 9 in the morning?
You can call
Or-
in at normal 9 in the morning. I don't know when to put you out though.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I rested then.
yeah, so let's
I
do
can call
this.
in.
Wait, what Mike is asking, like a full PTA where you rested, to where you can do a turnaround trip if you're given a turnaround able trip. So
I'll
we can
call
say-
in at 9. I'll be ready then. If that's all right. If you don't want me to run today.
We're gonna write this up, we're gonna review it still, but I'm going ahead and let them plan you on Saturday. Can't guarantee it'll be a Saturday day run, it may be Saturday night you're going out,
Understand that.
okay? But whatever it is, we expect you to have rest, and if it's like these Yuma turns or Bakersfields, those are turns. You know, you come back, you run it, you come back, and then you got a full clock so that, once your 10 is done, you can go again, versus coming back here with, even if you'd have turned right out of here after firing up from Yuma where you went down at, you only had 6 hours left. 7 hours left. You know, you're diminishing the ability of the condo to fully utilize. You're running it like a day cab basically, you know, but that's how you're running your clock like my day cabs guys do. They go out, they run the runs, they come home, they go to bed, they come back here in the morning, they go do it again, or they come back at night and they do it again. And also I
That's what
can
you
do
wanted me to
the little shorter runs. So I'm losing the distance that we can get out of you, you know, whether it's a 3-stop Bakersfield and a Porterville, added on, you know, that you're probably not gonna be able to get back on. I can usually get a 2-stop Bakersfield and a Porterville maybe, and get back, or Delano and get back, or something like
The
that.
next day?
Yeah,
And
no.
that's what I was trying to say, like,
No,
right
just
now.
a straight turnaround. My day cabs run those.
But sometimes, like, I might not be able to make it back. If I did, like, drive all the way there and tried to make it back, if I didn't make it, he would still be able to give me a load with the partial time for the
Right.
next day.
Then you have
That's
significant
what I was
hours.
trying to do, like, right now.
But you didn't have, Yuma's kind of pushing, that's a long ways out. The guys, some guys I get that stop like in Victorville, I can give them a halfway decent load, say in Arizona or some of the coastal runs.
Somewhere an hour or two away.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've only eaten an hour or two of your clock. But when you're coming back from Yuma, you've eaten way too much of my clock. So then all I'm going to give you is something local. And I've got day cabs to do that. Okay, I'm not utilizing your truck. So I need your clock managed to where every day that you start your clock, we have the max number of hours. You know, 1 hour dinged off of it, yeah, I could, you know what I'm saying, I could ding, I could deal with that. Cause I could still get you up to Selma and someplace like that, to get off your stops. But that, you know, but other than that, then you've diminished how far I can send it. And then I'm having to use another truck to do what should have had one to do. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so let's get your rest. Give me your PTA when you're gonna come alive. I'll let them know what time, Jason know what time you're gonna call him tomorrow, and we'll roll from there.
If I call in at 9, I could give it like 9 a.m., I guess. Is that okay?
Yeah, if you're telling me you're gonna call in at 9, and then he'll tell you what he's got you planned for.
Okay.
And then you'll know what to do. And like I said, it may be Saturday afternoon before you're going out,
Understand.
okay? But that will mean, okay, I better get some sleep now because I'm going out in the afternoon,
I understand. Okay.
all right?
All right.
Let's go with
So
that.
he communicated it, he did his run, so, yeah.
No, that's how I wanna go,
Yeah.
okay?
So like, think of it this way too, and we talked about it, we wanna run your 70 to the fullest potential.
Understand that.
Full.
Don't, 15, don't, I understand.
Keep lines of communication open, okay?
Okay. That's all I'm telling him. What happened?
Oh, okay, I thought they had 2 phones, but.
Oh no.